What was that? Alright, howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Gates of Hell. Today we're taking a look at the free content update number 6. This honestly has a ton of content. I can talk about it forever. You guys know me, I can talk forever. But that's not what I really want to do. The main thing I want to showcase is that there is now 25 new infantry squads for Finland in Conquest. There are 13 in the early and mid-war that are now for the new for the Finnish as well in multiplayer or PvE, as well as 17 for Finland in late war. And this is all part of this bigger overhaul for the Finnish and the WW2 DLC with a new campaign mission. They have now added better quality with more optimization, as well as more historically accurate Finnish skins. 400 new models, 180 new actual soldiers to use, 38 new helmets, and 150 variations. Field caps, straps, emblems, foliage added to them. There are a couple new things, a couple new weapons. We see here, not this one, the 650K IV. This is a new weapon. I believe the machine gunner also has a new one, the PK21. And I believe it was a little heavier to the point where the original designer of the KP31, the Suomi, tried to court-martial the person who modified it. Yes, this one. So we have slightly altered. It's like half a pound heavier, apparently. But we have the drum version, and we also have a stick version. I don't know if we can quickly find a guy. There are a bunch of new weapons, vehicle models. So I don't know if these are new or if these are updated, but the T26C, for example, we have the T28E. I'm trying to find these real quick. T26C, just to name one. We have the T28E. So I'm not really sure. It just says they are new vehicle models to Finland. I'm not sure if that's a completely new version or if that's an altered version, or if that's maybe a unit they took from, say, the Germans or the Soviets and then changed the camo on it. But here's another one, the Stu-40G. Early, as the late one already existed, and about 10 or 15 more units. I might be wondering, well, that's cool, but I don't own Telvisota, maybe. And, well, first of all, I'd say that's silly. It's a dang good DLC. It's honestly cheap, and I'm saying that as it's cheap on sale. The game and the DLCs, unless they're brand new, you know, don't expect, say they release the new British DLC, I forget the name of it real quick, but the new Commonwealth DLC is going to be released soon. I'll say soon, I don't know that, but my assumption would be that it's before the end of the year, like around Christmas, probably something like that. They're not going to have that on sale right away, obviously. But Finnish DLC, Televisota, has been out for quite a while, and it goes on sale when the game goes on sale as well. And it actually just was on sale a couple of days ago. You should get it, but, okay, let's say, nah, I'm not going to get the Finnish DLC, I don't really care, or whatever. The animations, and honestly, it's going to be very hard for me to showcase this because I can't really go back and show you the old ones. I'd recommend to, honestly, look at maybe an older Gates of Hell video that I've made, and we know I've made too many of them at this point already. Animations for infantry have gotten a total overhaul. I'm not sure if these are ones that were made with motion capture. I know that at one point I did speak to one of the developers a lot about motion capture and that they were using software in-house that they could try to do motion capture with. I don't know if it is, so I don't want to say that out loud and then I'm wrong. But there are a bunch of new animations. Basically everything seems to have been overhauled, and one of the main things I saw was this is a sentence in their dev blog, so kind of bear with me here. Added animation blending feature to the game engine, which is honestly kind of interesting because it means that they're adding and improving the game engine to allow for humans to play, quote, hit reaction. That's when they get shot and, you know, they take a bullet. Animations from bullets and a blast damage. What that means, what I understand from reading it and from reading some of the earlier dev blogs as well, infantry can now be firing, but actually take and have the animation play, but also be hit while the animation that they're already playing is playing, and then play a hit animation while it's happening. I might be wrong on that. But that's how I read it. That's how I read it in the dev blogs. If I'm wrong, then obviously I am wrong, but that's how I understood it. Let's take a look at it as Landsverk. It does have two awesome machine guns. I'm not, obviously can currently not use the whole one, but this one has such a high rate of fire. And high rate of fire machine guns, if you're not using it, what are we doing? What are we doing on an armored car that's really not meant to do too much anti-vehicle stuff, correct? You know, like we're not really doing here anything super crazy in that regard. We have a 20mm little anti-tank rifle in it. The machine guns, though, freaking awesome. Definitely a really good starter unit. So there are, I can go down the list. New idle gun animations, new run, sprint, walk, new weapon fire, new weapon reload, new animations for cover with variations, new lie, squat, standing, grenade throwing animations, new prone crawling animations, new hit reactions, new lie and squat, new take or equipping animations, a hold back or obstructed animation, a new walk as if you're direct controlling. Oh, I am losing the units. Do we have a grenade? I do have a smoke grenade, but I think we're getting hit from the left. Guys, come on, get out of there. I do not care if you're behind me. You better move. Wait, who set that on fire? What happened over there? Why is there stuff on fire? And what did I have to do with that? Oh, is there an Ampumalet nearby? No way. No. I hope not. I do not. Oh, there's an Ampumalet. It's like the arch nemesis of the entire Finnish. Oh, I don't like that. Make sure we spread these guys out a little better. Oh, kill them. Oh, okay. Well, this crew is still getting. What are you getting shocked by? I know there's some dude on the left side over here. Oh, that's a recon. Okay, so we have some recon infantry around here. Oh, was that him? No. That. I can't. I wish I could go back for a fight. That for some reason looked really good. The animations are something that I think it's you won't notice it in a couple weeks from now when you're playing the game and you are an avid player. Okay, this guy does have to go out here now, guys. Come on, let's be real here, right? Okay. I was about to say, there's no way this guy gets to live for that long. Let's steal this guy's anti-tank rifle, though. But you won't really notice it much anymore. Genuinely, I do believe that. I'm not like no one's gonna be like, oh wow, look at the animations like a couple weeks from now. But the fact that they upgraded them, the fact that the game will look better because of it, I feel like if you had these animations for a couple weeks, and for some reason, I assume you can downgrade and you'll get to previous like animation level is I guess what I'll call it, right? The whoa, is this like one squad? Why does this squad feel so big? You can go down, like you can go down to the previous version. Say you're running some sort of mod or you're trying to run some sort of test. You can go down to the previous version. There, just so you can play old mods or mess around with something. Might even be used for the developers sometimes, depending on what they're doing. I do need to really repair this thing. So, if you were to go back and play a previous version with the old animations, I think you would 100. I was actually looking at a video I made because I was writing some comments on there or answering some comments, and I noticed animations. I was like, man, that is. And I haven't even played much of this. I definitely haven't played more than, say, 5 hours of the new update. And having the new animations has been insane. And that's something that you, honestly, I don't think notice just if you're not paying attention to it. But if you were to lose it again, I feel like you would instantly notice, oh, wow, there was like 3 anti-tank rifle. I'm trying to find a single freaking Mosin. Hello. All right, I know why it took so long to find a Mosin. I should also add, I guess I didn't even go through the whole list of new... let's actually, I hate when they grab pistols, but I do like giving my medics a rifle. I think it actually gives them a little bit more of an ability to sort of fight back. Well, I mean, literally does give them a better ability to fight back, obviously, but I do want my medic to grab a rifle, and we'll probably drop the pistol again. There, we're all good to go. But yeah, I was going through the list of animations, but there's new walk animations. Like I said, there's a new lying machine gun reload animation. There is a new pistol equip animation, and different prone crawling animations depending on if they have a certain gun or not. So a lot of new animations. Something that obviously is pretty big for people just by playing the game. You're going to notice these animations, and this doesn't just obviously only apply to the Finnish. That's not a thing. You're not only getting these animations if you have Televisota. You're obviously getting these animations whether or not you're playing as the Germans, the Finnish, the Soviets. You're always going to have these animations from now on, which is awesome. I think that's great. I love to see them reinvent the game and the engine, or reinvent, I guess I should say, upgrade the game, upgrade the engine. It's something that means that they're still actively trying to improve, and they're not just sitting down and being like, hey guys, we made this game a couple years ago. Obviously, the British/Commonwealth DLC is coming out in the near future. So there's a lot of reasons why I'm very happy to see the developers of Gates of Hell still actively. Or I do feel like this squad got a little too big. I need to kind of grab. Let's grab maybe 2 riflemen out of here. I don't know if this squad now became a lot smaller, but we'll stick with it. We'll stick with it. Besides that, you might be like, well, okay, that's cool. Animations, you know, whatever. Sure, that's not the most interesting. Maybe not. Maybe not. They added a huge change to Conquest, and I'm honestly not really sure how I can explain it without going back to the map screen. So let's just play out this little battle. We'll keep playing with our Swedish volunteers, which, by the way, I'm totally assuming here, have Swedish voice acting. Now, I'm not a big Swedish speaker. I'm not Diplex. I know obviously Diplex is Swedish. I almost said used to be Swedish, but I think he's still around. But oh, I should probably grab. I should just. Well. Right, let's actually go grab this anti-tank rifle. Yeah, like you'd have to ask the developers or Diplex if he knows that they are actually indeed speaking Swedish. But we're gonna use it. We're gonna try to push up and use it against the mortar. We're gonna prone out. Hopefully, don't actually get team killed here. You guys do have to stop and engage this one. Okay, there we go. Oh, what was that? Was that a mortar? Political office. Oh, that might have been the mortar still. That's unfortunate. Well, the Swedish are suffering some casualties. Our mortar. Okay, actually, while it's not paying attention, we can probably rush this thing forward. It's still trying to actually actively engage my T-37 with the mortar. Okay, we got it. Wait, this has... Oh, that mortar actually... That last shell literally just knocked out the tracks. Does this has more than... Does this have like 47 rounds or whatever? Am I silly? Oh, 63. Oh, wait, it's a DT. Oh, wait a second. What did I think that it was? Why did I think that was a DP and not a DT? Okay, well, that's good. That's honestly an upgrade. Although I did lose a couple of my infantry, which... Damn it, it included the... Wait, yeah, included the anti-tank rifle guy. Let's grab him. Oh, damn, there's so many... The Finns have such an insane loadout. I guess, well, these are technically Swedes, right? But, yeah, so I'm pretty sure they speak Swedish, which is cool. It's cool to have that little bit of historical well, you know, that's not even called historical accuracy. You would expect Swedish people to speak Swedish for the majority, right? So, I mean, let's not even act like the word historical accuracy makes any sense. I kind of just ignore at this point. I'm really hoping I just get to chill back here, not to worry too much about losing that point. But like I said, we're just doing a very short campaign. Maybe I'll make another video or two just to showcase some of the other Swedish, or look at me, the other Finnish stuff that we can find in the update. But honestly, there's a lot of stuff to take a look at, and it's probably not going to happen in just one campaign. I honestly don't think so. All right, so the way Conquest used to work, you loaded up a new Conquest file, you enter the screen, you can click on here, you can see the map. This is obviously dependent on if you're playing small, medium, large, whatever. I think this is a normal size. You would have, say, map A or map B to pick from if you're attacking. Now we only have one map because we're defending, but you have map A and map B. Map A could be this map, and it will never show up the entire time again. Or if you were sort of unlucky, map A could show up multiple times in your Conquest campaign. So it could be, say, here, it could be here, it could be here. The way that it's now changed is, and this is reset on every single campaign that you play. So if I start a new campaign, this is going to be different. Every single little, I guess, module, or they call these nodes on the map, every little pipet here has a map dedicated to it specifically when you make a new campaign. So in this campaign, we are going back to the map we just defended, Narofminsk, or Narofminsk. Every single time in this specific campaign that we are fighting over this node, it's going to always be Narofminsk. Building destruction, knock down trees, fences, but also craters from explosions And things that you build as a player, like foxholes, tank traps, basically like, setting up barbed wire fortifications, will stay on the map even after you leave. So right now, I don't think much happened really in that battle in that regard. Let's actually make sure we got the small defenses. So this basically now allows the developers to have these persistent maps. So it's a shame we didn't really do too much like blowing up of like the terrain, or I don't think we even really saw a single enemy vehicle in this one. But if we did destroy it, say an enemy armored car, if we didn't repair it and take it with us, it would be there on the map where it was destroyed. Now, if you're playing co-op with a buddy or multiple buddies, if you're the host, the game will automatically share your sort of edited or altered maps with them. So say you're 5 or 6 battles into a campaign and your buddy's like, hey, can I join you? Maybe he doesn't want to play all the time, but he just wants to join you for a battle here and there. He can jump in. The game will automatically send him the version of the thing that he needs, and the one version that you have, obviously, where there's craters and explosions and this and that happened. Finally, as you may have discovered during either the campaign, as the mini American campaign or some of the skirmishes, hetero warfare is brutal, and obviously it should be. The issue is the AI is a little stupid sometimes. So what they have done is they've allowed the AI to have a new script that will allow them to sort of determine if heteros are maybe impeding their unit's movement capabilities. And if they are, and they have a TNT on hand, they will actively try to throw a TNT, ruining heteros, creating new paths, and hopefully trying to flank you. So I think there's like a map or two that I really recall playing a buttload of with a huge swamp from the Liberation DLC. And what that means is that will now likely be a little bit less of an issue, because you can't really cheese the AI as easily when they get to, well, pretty much just blow up heteros around you. And now you actually have to obviously worry about units coming in from flanks where you may not necessarily expect them right away. That's a lot of talking though about things. There's a lot of fixes and smaller changes. I don't really want to get too deep into those. I feel like I already way over talked and got way more into detail than I meant to do. So we'll just play out this battle, and I guess let me know in the comments if you got to this point what your general ideas are like what your general idea is, or what your general ideas are on the infantry, I guess, animation overhaul. Or perhaps what you think about the new Finnish skins, or, well, what you think about this persistent Conquest change, which I know people have been asking for a very long time. Oh god, that's gotta hurt, getting a 20 mil to the face like that. There is another dude. Okay, never mind, he's done for. So basically, I'm very curious to see what you guys think. The Finnish, I think, are a really cool faction. It's something that I was very excited to hear about from Gates of Hell, from developers, when they said they were going to be releasing... Oh, that is a bigger gun back there. There's also a machine... there's a mortar back there. A little worried about that. Mortars are close together. I'm aware of that. I'm hoping we can knock their mortar out. The issue is I don't have any accuracy. I'm gonna have to go do a thing here. I think we're gonna have to go send in our Landsverk and hope we can knock out this mortar. I'm not gonna go and steal it. I don't think that's an effective strategy here, but we are gonna want to knock this out. Although I'm actually a little worried. Oh, okay, we gotta get out of here before that gun figures out it can maybe shoot me. Let's go back. I almost said back to base. They're not really going back to base, but yeah, that was a 20 mil to the mouth of that tank crewman who disembarked the T. Was it a T-20? Terrible vehicle. Not that the T-37 is like really any super much better, but at least the T-37 has a turret. You could argue the T-20 is not really meant to be used the same way, right? Obviously, I guess argument can be made that the T-20 is really... Whoa, we snubbed that dude's head off. Is more of a transporter, and the T-37 is really like an amphibious, very light tank. Okay, perfect hit. Let's make sure we reload. And we're going to stick... Well, the ammo is going pretty quickly on that. A lot of forces over there. I might consider pulling... Oh, never mind. Maybe it's not going to be all bad. Oh, that's a big gun. We do have some AI. That's the defending AI. They're currently, obviously, as you can see, kind of chilling. I think it's a little unfair to steal equipment from the green AI. Oh, that was a big hit, whatever that was. For my own AI. Because they tend to have... They're not necessarily balanced on early/late war. I mean, maybe one day. I know there's mods that do this, by the way. I think it'd be really cool to have a campaign for Conquest where you can sort of like heart limit. Like, hey, we're doing early war. Or, hey, whoa, oh, what was that? What, dude, it flipped. It did a 180-degree, like, horizontal flip. Not even like a forward flip or a backward flip. That was a 180-degree sideways. I don't even know how to. I am complete. Oh, that was a massive hit. Is that a BT-7A that they have over there? Oh god, the mortar is going crazy. What just hit us? Oh no, it's a T-37. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was a BT-7A. We're getting a ton of kills over here. I'm gonna have to consider what I want to do here in terms of dealing. I probably don't want to pull my guys off that little second defensive line. Not yet, anyway. I'm really worried that they might push for that eventually. So this is the issue. Oh, the PTRS did its job. Perfect. Okay, we can rely on PTRS to do its job. That's good to know. We did just lose a rifleman. I'm going to use our little Landswerk again. I love this thing. It's super nimble. The main gun, the 20 mil, is not like really anything super crazy. I don't know if I can stick below the tree line here. Oh, tree line. Yeah, the ridge line. I don't know if it's like really reliable at all. I mean, I know it isn't really, let's be honest here. The little, the 20 mil is really terrible. But the machine guns, you know what this feels like? The BT2DA, I believe. I'm not sure what it actually stands for. I'm not going to say it stands for direct action because it doesn't. But the BT2DA, the Soviet little BT2, it doesn't even have. Oh, really? Okay. I was hoping you would repair while we're engaging. Okay. The BT2DA has the little twin machine gun in the turret, and it has actually has like, I think it's like a third hull machine gun. That's what this thing reminds me of in a way, really purely based on the fact that the fire rate on the machine guns is that good. Because it sucks when the machine gun fire rate's like chugga 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 chugga. Like you need the guns like American 30 cals in the coaxial position compared to an MG34 or the L3336. I have no clue what that is. This very much looks like a DT. It is probably just a Finnish DT variant, like a Finnish designation of it. It's really good. And the fact you get two of them, and you can point two of them forward, I'm a little worried about what may... Oh, I'm expecting just to hear a blast and then my thing just sink under the ice when that gun that was over there is spotted. But I guess we're good for right now. We're halfway through the halfway through the defend timer. Guess where did we attack? I think we came from down here. So we attacked this point. There's not much to really see over here. And then we kind of, I guess there's a couple of smaller craters. I don't know if there's like a really bigger crater I could showcase. I think we fought over this. I mean, besides the smaller craters, there may not be really anything to really showcase, like these smaller ones. I think some of those might have been the... Yes, this is where our infantry was, and the mortar was over here. So these smaller craters, it's kind of a crappy example because you're going to be, wow, I mean, you know, that's not really cool. Like, who cares about a couple of craters? But believe me that obviously in this situation, if we ever come back on this map again, you would notice, if we go to here, you'd notice a ton of craters. You would notice the T-37 that we're not going to be grabbing, but it would still be here. And the same goes for other things that well, in this case, we are going to grab. So a little bit less relevant, I suppose, in that regard. But we don't have any repair kits left in here. Don't know if we can steal them. Nope. No, it's broken. Although I would love to have that AT rifle. Just an extra AT rifle is never bad. With that being said, though, the game's pretty much over. We're going to call it there. Trust me that we're going to win. And I'll probably do another one or two of this. And then I'll take a look at doing a Mace campaign. potentially taking a look at that as the Finnish. I think could be interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick look at content update number 6. I hope to showcase some more of that persistency across the maps, because I think that obviously besides the animations is a really big change, and honestly to me some of the cooler things that they've done. So I guess for now I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next one.